Hello and welcome to your Vedic astrology predictions for June 2025. How will the fiery conjunction of Mars and Ketu in Leo affect you? And what about the three-planet alignment in Gemini? And last but not least, what does the Kaal Sarp Yoga mean for world events? So, let's explore the two dominant energies for June. First, the fiery conjunction of Mars and Ketu in Leo combined with Kaal Sarp Yoga. What does this mean in the wider world? And how can you use astrological understanding to avoid being drawn into mindless conflicts or aggression? Next, we've got a super activation in Gemini with a beneficial alignment of Jupiter, Sun, and Mercury that offers cosmic support for your intelligence and creativity. I'm Anastasia, and in this video, you'll get practical, down-to-earth Vedic astrology and Ayurveda guidance to navigate the cosmic currents and surf the planetary wavelengths. All chapters are time-stamped in the description. As always, this is a collective reading, and the astrology described will affect you according to your personal chart. Take what aligns and leave the rest behind. Welcome to the channel and happy birthday to June, Taurus, and Gemini sun signs. Up first, we'll explore June's dominant astrological energies, then get into key dates for June 2025. First up, June continues last month's forward momentum with all planets direct. Depending on your individual chart, this forward momentum can be an excellent time for starting new ventures, launching new projects, and generally progressing forward with your goals. The cosmos supports leaving the past behind and taking action in the present to create your future. June brings us an astrological configuration called Kaal Sarp. Kaal Sarp Yoga means that the lunar nodes, symbolized as the celestial serpent, Rahu Ketu, divide the chart in half. All planets fall on one side of the karmic axis. Kaal Sarp occurs twice in June, from June 1 to 4 and also from June 18 to 30. As the cosmic serpent divides the chart, this asterism creates divisions on the global stage, as humans divide themselves into opposing camps and fail to see other points of view. When combined with the fiery energy of Mars and Ketu in fire sign Leo, this division leads to geopolitical conflict, aggression, and battles for dominance. It's important to be aware of this global energy so that you can manage it consciously and avoid being drawn into mindless division and conflict in your personal sphere. You may not be able to prevent wars or terror attacks on the geopolitical stage, but you can be a force for cohesion and compassion in your personal life and your local community. Knowing that Kaal Sarp is a divisive energy can help you focus on unity and cohesion and resist the temptation to fall into an us versus them mindset. So, the big fiery Pitta news for June is the transit of Mars into Leo on June 7, where it conjuncts Ketu. Mars, the warrior planet, has been unhappy for the past couple of months during its transit in Cancer. Mars is much stronger, happier, and full of vitality in Leo. All signs can expect to see an improvement in your vitality and your motivation. However, Mars is a fiery planet, and it is combined with the south node of the moon, the Chayagraha or shadow planet Ketu. Ketu is also fiery. So having both of these fiery Mars and fiery Ketu in the fire sign Leo creates an overabundance of Pitta. Ketu, as the headless body of the celestial serpent, can cause us to lose our heads or act mindlessly. This quality of Ketu gets super activated when it conjuncts Mars. For spiritual liberation, of course, it's a good thing to get beyond your mind's limitations. But in practical affairs like money and relationships, we don't want to make thoughtless mistakes. Ayurvedically speaking, excess Pitta causes tendencies toward irritation, anger, impatience, and even aggression. Mars does best when its aggressive warrior energy is channeled with intelligence. Ketu is mindless. It operates purely on instinct. In combination with Mars, this can inflame the baser passions and cause us to lose our heads. In the wider world, expect to see violence, attacks, disruptions, and battles for dominance. In our personal lives, we may experience tendencies to act impulsively and mindlessly. You may find yourself drawn into conflicts or ego battles. Ketu, as the south node of the moon, actually wants to help you destroy your ego attachments. It's the moksha planet. It wants to liberate us from our egos. Since Ketu is a higher octave of Mars energy, there's a cosmic opportunity for you to evolve spiritually. By slaying the demons of ego and becoming more conscious about how you handle aggression and conflict in your personal life. Check the sign-by-sign forecasts, links in the description below, for guidance specific to your zodiac sign. Weather-wise, the overabundance of Pitta can cause fires, accidents, earthquakes, or other disruptions. Mars is in Gandanta from May 31st to 12th June. So if possible, all signs should avoid aggressive actions and also avoid surgery during the Gandanta if possible. General guidance for all signs for this Mars-Ketu conjunction is stay awake and aware to avoid accidents and follow Pitta-reducing Ayurvedic practices, such as cold showers or go swimming if you get overheated. Walk barefoot on the earth if that's accessible to you. Avoid too much spicy food or caffeine that can also inflame Pitta. And spiritually speaking, meditate on the roots and expression of anger and aggression in your life. What does it mean to defend your boundaries and your personal sovereignty based in love and compassion rather than hatred? You may find this is a deep time for shadow work to surface and integrate suppressed anger. There's definitely cosmic support for this type of work. The good news for June is that it also brings us a beneficial alignment of Jupiter, Mercury, and Sun in Gemini. Jupiter in Gemini expands your capacity for communication. Mercury is in its own sign. It's in domicile from June 6th through 22nd, and this strengthens your thinking and your communication skills. June 15th, Sun enters the mix and makes a recipe for creativity, intelligence, and communication. This is an excellent asterism for both teaching and learning. Jupiter is Guru, or the teacher planet. In Gemini, Guru supports and expands your communication. Jupiter supports philosophical thinking and learning or teaching philosophical topics. Gemini sharpens your mind, and Sun in Gemini supports creativity and career. This alignment can actually be a powerful tool to help manage the fiery Mars-Ketu conjunction with your higher mind. As messenger of the gods, Mercury in Gemini is a supremely gifted communicator who can bring negotiation and creative problem solving to disputes. Depending on your personal chart, this alignment can be an excellent time for career growth, especially if you work in media or education, any sort of teaching or learning related field. Good time for students too. Check the sign-by-sign forecasts for personal guidance about how this asterism supports your creativity and your communication. Next up, Venus and love. After her extended exaltation in Pisces, Venus spends most of June in enemy sign Aries. Venus is a lover, so she's not at her best in the warrior's sign. Rather than cooling the fires of that Mars-Ketu in Leo conjunction, Venus in Aries may actually further tempt you toward impulsive actions. On the plus side, Venus in Aries supports new beginnings in relationships. She's romantic and playful. Venus in Aries vitalizes sexuality and creativity. On the other hand, be mindful of jumping into relationships quickly. Aries lacks staying power. Passionate sexual connections may not withstand the test of time. Artistically, Venus in Aries can bring new creative inspiration and energy, motivation into your creative projects. Spiritually, Venus in Aries brings honesty and courage for confronting relationship issues. Just be mindful that anger and dominance, those energies don't support Venus. Her strength is love, beauty, and balance. And now, a quick recap and summary of your key dates for June 2025. So, May 31st to June 1st, there's that 3-planet pileup in the Gandanta zone. Avoid big decisions or launching long-term ventures on May 31st and June 1st. June 1st, Venus moves into Aries, and that's the end of its exaltation. And Venus is in Gandanta from 27 May to June 3rd. So avoid important relation decisions or marriage during the Gandanta dates. June 6th, Mercury moves into its domicile Gemini. It's combust, but it's making a Bhadra Yoga for Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. June 7 is the day that Mars moves into Leo and conjuncts Ketu. Mars is in Gandanta up till 12th June, so avoid bold or aggressive actions and surgeries during that Mars Gandanta. June 10th, Jupiter is combust in Gemini, so Sagittarius and Pisces, take care of your health during that time. The combustion continues until July 9. So Sun begins the month of June in Taurus, but on June 15th is when it moves to Gemini. June 23rd, Mercury moves to Cancer, and on June 30th, Venus moves to Taurus, where she's strong in her own sign. So the main conjunctions are that fiery conjunction of Mars and Ketu in Leo from 7th of June to 28th July. And then we have that 3-planet alignment of Gemini, Sun, and Mercury from June 15th to 22nd. Mercury is combust June 1 to 10, and Jupiter is combust from June 10th to July 9th. For the whole month of June, Virgo gets the beneficial Ashtalakshmi Yoga. More on that in the sign-by-sign forecast, which will be linked below in the description. And June 6th to 22nd sees that Bhadra Yoga, which benefits Gemini, Pisces, Sagittarius, and Virgo. All hail the mighty algorithm. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to help make it visible to others who might benefit from it. Wishing you the blessings of health, happiness, and prosperity for June 2025. Namaste.